Welcome back to another video. I'm so stoked. Not only is the market up today, but it's also Friday. And I have a lot to share regarding 5 stocks that you shouldn't invest in. And I think this video will have a lot of value, so stick tuned till the end and then drop me a like. Our first pick to not invest in is IBM. I don't like the chart because of the low movement in the price action. Even over the last couple months, it's been between 120 and 130. Its high I know was 158 and low was 90, but there's really nothing to trade in the intradays. Now the claim for buying it is the great dividend, which is $652 a year, but if you're paying $125 for that $652 in the short term, I don't see the reason to buy for that return. Now they are doing cool things with AI, Red Hat, and that can be growth in the long term. I don't believe in that system, and I don't know too much about it to really make an estimated investment in IBM, which makes it a reason not to buy for my portfolio. My second stock not to buy is United Airlines. It had a trend of being around 90, 95, and almost hit 100 before the pandemic, but has dropped significantly to around $37 to the date. And it's having really bad earnings, continuously getting worse. And I feel like the cockroach effect of bad earnings to lead to more bad earnings and the price going down isn't great in the short term. United Airlines continues to lay off employees to cut and minimize the losses over the period, and they're continuously losing millions of dollars every single day as they have 70% less passengers, and passengers have to wear face masks, and travel is restricted worldwide. They're not making money, they're losing money. Very similar situation for Delta Airlines, where the stock plummeted 50% and has had minimal recovery, and I don't believe that there will be any huge spike in return to the previous price soon. And what puts Delta in a very bad situation is that they're losing $27 million a day with a $300 million loan with some person in Latin America, and it just doesn't make sense to have any position in this company at this time. My fourth stock is Bank of America. As great as this bank is and has withstand the test of time, to be at $26 is pretty pathetic to me. And if it was at an all-time high of 35, 36, the growth is decent at best. Similar situation with the dividend. I don't feel like it's worth it to get 72 cents a share over a year. It just doesn't make sense in the short term. My money is way better spent and saved in another position that can actually grow in price. And like many other companies, they've had to make massive layoffs. They're not anywhere near instructable like we once thought, and they're going to lose a lot of employees, have still maintained high costs, lose people paying back their investments, and people that put money in the bank make no interest. So the banks are pretty much useless. That's why my fifth pick is probably the best bank in America, JP Morgan, yet it can't even hold above $100 a share. And that doesn't seem reasonable for long-term growth or even short-term. With decent earnings every quarter, it doesn't have any potential for a gain. Again, with a dividend that almost psychs you out to buy it, $3.60 a year to pay $103, it's pathetic, and I don't think it's worth it. With all that being said, be sure to do your own research because banks, airlines, IBM are highly regarded companies and stocks that people invest in for the long-term dividends and growth. Be sure to think about it on your own before you make a financial decision on these stocks, but that's just my take.